Hello!
Hey!
Yeah, now that I put me on control, I think I might have been second place there.
Boom! I think you were still trying to raffle it up. That's my excuse.
Did it work?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't see if we're live. I say we're live. I can't see
Yeah,
the
probably
notes.
live.
And I say we're probably live.
It says we are. It says we are.
Yeah, live. It says live just there. Definitely live.
Well, before you announce us in, I'm going to bring in our guest presenter tonight because obviously Brad is still in South Africa.
Yeah, is he?
He is still in South Africa. But we've gone one better than that. We've got the second coming. The second coming of Damien Mortar, if he can unmute himself. Damien Mortar of SV and a bloody good vaping is back. Now! Yay! That was like Noel's house party.
How you doing? All right.
Hey!
Nice jazzy new intros. I must have been a little while. I've had some time away.
You watch it every week.
I really like the new intro. That's kind of definitely I could move to that. How you all doing? All right.
Good.
The one thing we couldn't change is the music. They'd have been all right.
They would have been right. Right. You got to say hello. You got to do the show kind of ching thing.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 116. On tonight's show, we have special guest host Damien Mortar, the resurrection.
They rolled the stone back.
Yep, he's back. It's like Easter up in here.
Yeah.
We also have James from imasquanker.co.uk.
Good evening.
We have John Martin from Just Had Nick. And somewhere floating around, we've got Rick
I'm here.
Grove from...
I'm here, but I can't get the microphone to work now.
You
No, we can hear you. We can hear you.
You can hear me now.
Yeah.
You sound
Oh,
fine.
fucking
You always have, each time you've logged in.
You know what it is? I'm used to presenting and it jumps backwards and forwards. It wasn't going to me, so I thought I was muted.
Rick from modmaker.co.uk.
Hello.
On tonight's show, we have an amazing special raffle
Because I'm building it as we speak.
that John's working on right now. Thank you to everyone that donated. We'll come back to that later, but a big raffle later on. Lots of amazing prizes. And we're also talking quite a lot about squonking.
Yes.
We've got a mod showcase later on.
Lots of elitist mods going to be shown later.
Nice t-shirt. I approve of the t-shirt.
Quality. Also, we've got Travava.
Yeah, epic.
It's
Travava tonight.
Things that remind you of vaping, but they're not actually vaping at all. They're sort of just things that they remind you of vaping, but they're not anything to do with vaping. So that's what that is.
It's an odd concept, but it works, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's like a Chris Rock concept. You've got to say it loads of times until it sinks in.
It just drives people crazy.
And we might sneak in, if we've got time, a troll of the week at the end as well.
Ooh,
so let's get stuck in. John.
Yes.
Oh, do you want to wait?
No, I'll do me first.
Right.
That's what I always say to the wife.
Yeah. How's your week been? What did you have for lunch? What would be, if you were a rapper, what would be your name? And what are you vaping?
We've been a fucking nightmare. But I made it nearly one more day. So I had a shipment from Coil Vapes stuck in customs for 5 days, which just sucked. My dear helper Laura has been ill since Monday, so it's just been the John show at Just Had Nick. And yeah, I've got that. Everyone's got. There's no point even saying you've got a cold at the moment. It's pointless. Everyone's got a fucking cold.
Yeah, we've all got colds as well.
5 different ones, and everyone's got one. So yeah, it's one of those weeks. But it's Friday tomorrow. Oh, what did I have for lunch? I had something. What did I have? I had a sandwich from Tesco's. It was an egg sandwich. I quite like egg sandwiches. But I had some of that hot cheese just as a snack on the side. I didn't put it in.
Oh, that's that stuff that already grated and it's almost quite stiff.
This is like slices of cheese, but they've got jalapenos in it, like embedded in the cheese.
Yeah.
Hot spicy, not hot temperature.
No, hot. Yeah, hot spicy. Yeah, no, it's good. It was good. I had that and a couple of oranges. Always have 2 oranges. So I had 2 oranges.
Cheese and oranges for lunch.
No. I had an egg sandwich, but I was having nibbles of cheese.
Salad, not an egg salad sandwich.
Could have been. I mean, there was egg, so it was a salad.
No! I know it.
It was egg and bread, so it was a salad. Yeah. I'll go through what I'm vaping in a second. Oh, I'll tell you what my name would be, and then I'll tell you why. Right. So if I was a rapper, my name would be Chili Raps, but there's a reason for it, which is I've told things, I've said things on the show before where I like to get a joke that winds up my wife and just drive it into the ground over about 6 months, 7 months, something like that, till just a couple of words will make her go mental.
Chili Rap's what Rick will have had for tea.
Yeah, well, no, that was the joke.
Oh, it wasn't actually. I was surprised.
I got up one morning and I don't know if anybody else has this. We have like a freezer full of meat, really. So you kind of say, we decide what we're going to have in the morning, and then you get the meat out. So if you're going to have like, I don't know, like a chicken curry, get the chicken out. Mrs. John walked in one day and said in the morning, and I said, "Oh, what are we going to have for dinner?" And she went, "Chili Wraps." And I said, "Don't call me my stage name." What are we going to have for dinner? And, I do it all the time now. So if Shelly says cheese on toast, I go, "No, it's Chili Wraps." So yeah, if I was a rapper, and my stage name would be Chili Wraps. What am I vaping on? Sorry, I'm a fucking weirdo. One of the things I'm vaping on the Arse Tank by Inakin. Someone got some of the dyslexic to put it on there. It says ARES, but the Arse Tank is on top of the abstract mods.
How are you getting on with it?
Do you know what? Well, I've got the other Inakin one.
Zenith.
I've still got the Zenith. The coil's lasted because I haven't used it. There you go. That's how you make the coils last any time at all. Don't use it. If you are indecisive and you're thinking, should I get the one where you have changeable coils or the one where you build it yourself? Just this is shit. This is shit. It's badly designed. It's chunky. It looks shit, and the coils don't last. So just don't bother. And just get the Arse Tank, because the Arse Tank is a piece of piss to build. You can get mouth to lung, restricted lung. I really like this. It's an absolute piece of piss to build.
That's not a shitty arse thing.
Yeah, I've kind of got. Well,
it's
actually,
a tight arse. Tight arse. It's a mouth to lung.
Can only be one in it.
You
so
suck it arse. Right. Okay.
So yeah, it's like sucking on an arse of shit.
It's filling Dimitri's arse.
You wouldn't want to suck on loose arse, would you?
You're not a shitty arse. Right. Again.
So, for the record, you like Phil's arse?
I do like Phil's arse.
Like sucking on Phil's arse. Good lad.
Phil's arse. Phil's or Dimitri's arse. I don't know whose arse it is.
Dimitri's all day.
Yeah, it's smaller now, isn't it?
A lot smaller.
Yeah. That's really bad. Oh, so the other thing I'm vaping on is this, the crap tank from Inakin.
We've got arse.
The arse and crap tank. I've got the Inakin.
You know what I mean? We'll have cock and balls next. Oh no.
On the Voopoo.
On the Voopoo. Oh fuck me. I'm trying to find the last thing I'm vaping on. And somewhere I'm vaping. Sorry, it's because I'm trying to do the raffle, but I'm vaping on a billet box. And in the billet box is an extra set. And with the extra set is Dr. Mine. That is named after me. by Strawberry Fields e-liquid. It's fantastic. That's what I've got. I'll go guest. Damien, how's your week been? What'd you have for lunch? What are you vaping on? And if you could have any pet, regardless of restriction of room or anything like that, or exoticness or whatever, or animal cruelty, what pet would you have?
Right. So how's my week been? It's been really good. No Facebook again this week, so it's been brilliant. So that'll probably change very, very soon. What did I have for lunch? My wife made me a really nice ham and mustard sandwich. Of course, sandwich is the token lunch for many a British man. So yeah, I had a ham and mustard sandwich. It was a really nice bread, actually. You know, that sort of the bread with the looks like it's fallen in grit. That bread.
Oh yeah, grit bread. Yeah,
grit bread. All right, so I had some grit bread. That was really nice. What's the next question? What am I vaping on? I'm vaping on Haku from Haku Engineering. Haku. And also the Bliss from Limelight. And if I could have any pet, regardless of exotic or animal cruelty or anything like that, I would have a fucking monkey.
Good man.
I would have a monkey on my shoulder, just fucking swiping people, stealing shit, and just generally being awesome on my shoulder. Tail where my moustache is now. So yeah.
How do you feel about the Haku? It's divided opinion, isn't it?
I like the Haku. You know, it sounds like a sneeze, which I'm always fond of. And the vaping, yeah, I've not had a problem with the Haku.
Brad's here.
Okay.
Brad.
Brad.
How's
Live
everybody
from
doing?
South Africa.
Am I coming through all right?
Yes.
You are, yeah.
Sweet. I've basically shut down the entire country's network so that I have enough bandwidth.
You can do this. And how did the sailor that you stole your outfit from, how does he feel about you coming on tonight? Is he all right with it?
Well, he's currently being raped in the bush, so his outfit is the least of his worries.
That's what happens when I have no internet over there. They rape people in bushes. Can't get Pornhub.
He's having the old African AIDS injection.
Right, Brad's going to deal with the fallout from everything that Brad just said. Brad.
Yeah.
All of that.
Yeah, you can blame me.
You look like you've caught the sun. Is it hot there?
Oh yeah, it's what's the time? It's quarter past 11 at night, and it's 25 degrees out.
Wow. It's the same here, mate.
Yeah, clever.
I don't believe a word you're saying. What's that?
Somebody asked Brad the questions. Someone's got, oh, Damien, ask him the questions. Ask him any old shit.
Okay, yeah, Brad, nice to meet you. I think this is our
Nice to meet you, mate.
So basically, how's your week been, Brad? What did you have for lunch? What are you vaping on? And if you had to touch any man's bum in the world, who would that man be?
That's good.
Right. Well, the week's been fabulous because I've been drinking in the sun non-stop all week, and I don't think I've spent £25 yet. So I can't complain about those prices.
Must be in Barnsley.
Yeah.
But the sun bit.
Yeah.
I had a chicken burger for lunch. We had a barbecue about 8 feet in that direction, right next to the pool. Vaping on good old faithful, my Delrin phobia. And I have taken Cactus Jackie with me.
Good. Just had Nick International.
Yeah. And if I had to touch any man's bum, it would have to be yourself, the reincarnation of Jesus.
See, I knew you'd say that, Brad. So reach in right now.
There we go.
So I get
Give us a handful.
I get that a lot.
I have actually squeezed your bum once
Got a weird
before.
flashback then.
Yeah. I have actually squeezed Damien's bum once before.
I was thinking you have met because you met a vape jam.
Yeah. No, when you go to events, I'm bladdered by the time I get off the train or out of the car, when I'm usually
Well,
Just
you
blocked
and
it
I-
out. You were psychologically scarred from the experience, Damien, I reckon.
Ah, no, I've had plenty of bum touching, mate. I've been to prison, but I'm used to it now. I'm so drunk, I think I probably thought Brad was my wife. Bit shocked.
I bet she's got that T-shirt.
Sometimes there was a little bit of tongue involved.
Yeah, bit shocked when I woke up in the morning at the hotel. But, you know, we live and learn, don't we?
Yeah. Who's next on the list?
It's your choice, Brad.
My choice, dealer's choice. I'm going to go for, because I know what my question's going to be, Richard.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I was right. I hope you've been practicing. How's your week been? What did you have for tea? And I use the English tea, not that it makes any sense to me. What are you vaping on? And what is your favorite nursery rhyme?
Mm.
And you have to sing it to us.
That's even better.
Okay. Right. Week been mixed. Went to a funeral today.
Oh, shit.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. I didn't know the person.
So you
Turned
crashed
up at someone's funeral for the free buffet at the wake.
Yeah, that's what I had for tea. Can I do what I had for lunch instead? Because I just had a buffet tea.
Yeah, fair you.
Yeah, so funeral today, that was a bit of a downer. Well, it was all right. I didn't, like I said, I didn't know.
Sorry, you've really done it again.
You got to tell us why you're at a funeral for someone you don't know.
I was passing by.
Yeah. It was cold. At the end, the crematorium is always warm.
I was suited up, and I just thought, it's really cold in here. Yeah, so that was a thing. It's not been to 2 this week. No, it's good. It's good because it's lots of people there.
Yeah,
All
it's good
seem
to
now.
get a funeral.
Anyway,
A man's got to have a hobby, hasn't he? A man's got to have a hobby.
Yeah, I've heard of picking up women at weddings, but picking up gate crashing funerals is a new.
Yeah,
new
no,
thing.
that's part of it as well. That's what Will Ferrell reckons, isn't it? So
yeah,
you-
it's easier. It's even easier. It's next level. But what else do you want to know? For lunch I had one of those Mexican wrap stalls, you know, like street foodie type. It was all right.
So you're expecting to have the runs in the morning, are we?
Oh no, it was fine. I think it'd be fine. It's all pretty standard stuff. So that's tea, lunch, drink. Oh, nursery rhyme. I like Humpty Dumpty.
Humpty Dumpty.
They reckon it's
Yeah.
about a cannon, don't they? Cannon?
Yeah, I like that. I like that it's got a thing, a
It's got a
backstory.
little bit of violence in it.
Yeah, but Humpty dies in the end. It's a terrible end. He dies. They couldn't put him back together again.
He is an egg, so at no
He's
point-
massively overweight, wasn't he? I mean, he
and
must.
he wasn't sentient at any point. It's still an egg.
The egg had a soul.
An egg never has a soul. An egg is just a chicken's period. It smells like farts.
Oh my God. It's true.
Yeah, but also it wasn't an egg at all. That was illustrated that way, and it just stuck.
Yeah.
It was a cannon, yeah, so they reckon.
Are you saying a cannon? A cannon.
A cannon, yeah. It was in a way of passing on information across the country. If you made it rhyme, then you could pass on information without people missing bits. So they were trying to say that the cannon exploded.
Right. There's a lot of line reading between there, isn't there?
No, it literally
Yeah,
fell off the
yeah.
wall because they were mounted on the top of the on top of the
grateful.
fort.
Right, and all the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put the cannon back together again.
Well, they weren't trained engineers, you know.
They didn't have a forge.
And
Or
they've got
Any
hooves.
method of brazing or welding.
Glue. Nothing.
Wow. That's a sad story.
Have I really got to sing
Or
it?
a happy story, depending on which side you were on.
You were meant to sing it. That was part of the.
The reason it's the main reason it's my favourite is because I sing it a certain way, and my daughter really hates the way I sing it. So I sing it just to wind her up. I sing it quite normally to start with, and then just go a bit off piece, and she hates that. How's it go? Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. But then I go, all the king's horses and all the king's men got a party together again. And she hates that. I don't know why she hates that. Actually.
I don't know. I thought that was quite a you put your own unique stamp on that. I thought.
And the more she's disliking it, the longer I go.
That's all they do on X Factor, isn't it? They take a song and try and sing it differently. I mean,
it was very X Factor. It was very X Factor. If they had a few lights behind you and some people with crosses.
I need a bit of
golden buzzer.
I need a depressing backstory.
That would be golden buzzer straight off.
Yeah, depressing backstory, a bit of Coldplay underneath me as I'm walking on. Anyway, that's that. Oh, vaping on. The Lustro with the Ray RTA. The only thing I like about this mod is the.
Oh yes, it's the lightsaber.
Spesh. Also on the Dacus, which matches nicely with my new RTA from Stackwarm, the Squape EC. These have just hit the UK. They're Creme de Vape has got them, I think. 90 quid. Bit of colour. Vape's exactly the same as the E-Motion.
Is it any good? Oh, so sorry. I really don't.
I should be getting mine.
Not budget, is it?
I should be getting mine tomorrow. So
that's the 90. That's the 90. That's the 100 quid one, isn't it? That's the budget one from them.
Yeah. It's about 60 quid cheaper than the E-Motion.
Yeah.
It's still only a 30 pound atty, isn't it? Really.
Squape usually have them fucking big things. So
Vape's exactly the same as the E-Motion, same deck, same airflow, etc. I suppose the one thing you can't get around is no top fill. You're turning it upside down. Not only that, it's not super easy to fill it even when you turn it upside down and take the deck off. It's the distance between the barrel and the glass.
Is there not a cutout? I watched
there is
Scotsman's review.
There is, but it just depends on what bottle you're using. If you're using a really fine nib tipped bottle, it's fine. But if you're using anything slightly bigger, then that's not super easy. It's fine. And it vapes great. I really like the E-Motion, and this vape's great. And it's nice, it's colours and all that stuff. I don't think that many juices are tank crackers anymore, are they?
I don't think so, actually. I know that's come up a bit, but I'm kind of with you on that. I don't think they are either.
I don't think many juices ever were tank crackers. There's the odd one, wasn't there? Where they stuck real lemon juice in it and things like that.
Was it before everyone went VG crazy as well?
Yeah, it was really.
Yeah.
There are a few that will still blow your tank apart. Fluid don't matter. It would. I think that break glass. That shit.
And then lastly, still the Hexome with the cheetah, and in there I've got Can Only Be One, which is beautiful.
I'm on it now since you kind of said it. I keep.
Oh, it's so good. I don't think I've vaped custard this week.
Fucking hell.
So good it is. So that's who's left then. James and Rick. Okay, James.
Good evening.
How's your week been? What did you have for lunch? If you had to reincarnate as an animal, which one would you reincarnate as and why? What you drinking? What you vaping?
Thank you, Richard. I'm very good. I've had a good week. All weeks are good. Pretty much all weeks are good. I've had a nice week. I had a little bit of vape meal this week. Not much. Nothing particularly vape meal. I did get some of the. They're still in the packets. From Rick, I've got a couple of pairs of these. The beautiful. I love these. They're cool. The ones have been good.
I think they're right up Damien Street as well. Those cordon rods.
We've got
what's the USP?
I'll get you to send you some over, Damien.
Oh, yeah, I'll look at them. Definitely.
What's the USP?
Rick?
For me, USP on those, well, it's got a nice sharp edge where you for you pushing your coils around. It's got a 30mm rod that you wrap around, so you can use it on all latties, really, up to 30mm without it hitting anything. And it's knurled because I like a bit of knurling.
Yeah.
That's it, really.
They're very handy. I have
sturdy,
ordered.
aren't they?
Yeah, they are. I've ordered a couple of fighting hamsters from the internet, and I want to set them against each other with knurling rods as
That would be good.
That won't be fair though, unless you give them the same ones, because there's 2 different rods in that set, and one of them's bigger.
There is, but you sent us 2 sets.
Okay, that's
so
all right.
I will. I'll have a lightweight and a heavyweight competition, I think.
Are you going to have something like? Well, I mean, is it going to be like dueling? Are you going to get something to ride the hamsters, or is it just going to be a hamster?
No. I'm going to just literally pit the hamsters against each other, a bit like that round in Gladiators.
Yeah.
Where something similar. I might even stream it live on the internet.
What if you've got a guinea pig with a pygmy hamster, sellotape it on top, and then staple one of those to the paws, so they run them at each other?
I mean, I think fighting hamsters is probably all right. However, people and guinea pigs on top of them, I don't know.
No, you're stapling.
No, you wouldn't be able to put a guinea pig on top of a hamster. It has to be the other way around.
No, other way around. That's what I mean. Pygmy hamster on top, little Chinese one. Then get a staple gun and staple the dueling rod, kind of, like, then run them at each other.
What about a couple of mice with Q-tips?
Have we just reinvented jousting?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm up for. A bit of jousting.
Awesome. So look forward to my new YouTube channel there. So thank you very much, Rick. You're a beautiful man. And I got some new batteries, and I got super cool AMS Plus case from Norbert. Sent us a little extra. We see the new battery cases from Norbert.
I've got one of those from Norbert. Look.
Yeah, and the cool you get 4 18650s or 217 up to 21700s in there. They're pretty cool. I like them. They're a little bit different from the usual plastics that you get. Dob and Nob's obviously awesome as always. What am I vaping on? Vaping on as always. The Viper with the Viper on the Lugos, the whistle on the top. Then there is Ho. And then I've got, in the other hand, we have the IM 356 RS with a plug-in on the top. And in there I've got Obi-Wan Kenobi B1 by Cassandra. And it's delicious. It's very sweet. It's much sweeter. The first bottle I thought was too sweet, to be honest with you. I thought, I'm not going to like it. I come straight off, obviously, back with RY Ho, which isn't that sweet. I thought this is too sweet. I can feel it peeling the enamel off my teeth. But it isn't that sweet, actually. It isn't that sweet. It was going from one to the other. It just felt quite sweet.
What was sweet? Sorry, I missed that.
The Obi-Wan Kenobi B1.
Oh, right.
It is quite sweet. I found them really sweet. I remember when we first started doing the show, I had a sweet tooth and all my juices were over sweet. And I've got down to normal juices now.
You used to add sweetener to regular juice as well, though, didn't you, Rick? You used to actually add sweetener?
Well, I did if it wasn't sweet enough. Yeah, because it wasn't, a lot of juice wasn't sweet enough. Even just a couple of years ago, it was, for me anyway. I think that still stands up for some juices, but
I think it was just coming off the back of RY Ho, just because it's quite a dry juice. I think it's an RY, it's a tobacco juice. But second bottle in, I love it. It's very good. My week has been good. My vaping's been good. What else? What animal? Oh, lunch. For lunch, I had a sandwich, like the majority of the crew. I had prawn salad, no egg.
What was a bit of mayo, or was it?
Prawn. It's so it goes bread. It goes prawn. It goes black pepper.
Yeah, the egg.
No egg.
Oh, salad.
If you eat egg and prawn, you were a monster. an absolute monster. You can't put them two things together in anything.
I don't know. I think it might go. You can have egg mayonnaise. You can have sort of prawn mayonnaise, can't you? It might be all right.
You can definitely have egg mayonnaise and you can definitely have prawn mayonnaise. However, do not mix egg and prawn mayonnaise up together in a big bowl of eggy prawny mayonnaise horribleness. That would be awful.
What did your husband have?
Who? What
did your husband have? While you were nibbling on your prawn sandwich.
He had the same. And that's it. That's it. That seems to be quite succinct.
Random observation for you, James.
Yes.
Are you aware it's February?
Yeah, it is February, 1st of February. Yes, I am aware.
Yeah, and you're still wearing a fucking Christmas jumper.
I am not wearing a Christmas jumper.
I can see stars and sparkles.
No. I'll just stand up. This is a. Can you see?
You start drinking in the sun all week, probably, mate.
Douglas Adams T-shirt.
It looked like a depressing black Christmas jumper, like you were saying.
And I don't know how you dare when you're wearing your sailor outfit. because quite frankly, Christmas jumpers are acceptable several weeks of the year. However,
a French poet.
I've been drinking like a sailor, so that counts.
Oh, good for you, Brad. You deserve it. That sounded really sarcastic. Sorry about that.
Very insincere.
Who have we got left? We've got Rick. Rick, how's your week been? How you doing, mate? I know you've had a bit of a crappy day today, but how's your week been in general, not just today? What you vaping on? What you do? Oh, what am I drinking? Well, I'm drinking on Amstel. What you drinking? What you vaping on? What did you have for your lunch today? And I was going to ask this. Oh, I didn't answer my specialist question, did I? Which animal would you be if you could be reincarnated?
Hi.
Yeah, I would be a tiger.
Why?
And I don't know, so I can go a tiger.
They're quite cool tigers, aren't they? They're quite cool.
Yeah, like
they don't eat prawn sandwiches.
You could, I know why. So you could have the eye of the tiger. That's what you want to be, a tiger, isn't it?
Yeah, and I would do the
Just
SO.
because he wants to be the Kellogg's mascot.
Who's mascot?
Kellogg's. Frosties.
Yeah, I bet you Tony. I bet his teeth are rotten out of his head. Anyway, so I'll be a tiger.
He's a bit camp and all.
Tony.
Yeah.
Oh, are you saying I'm camp?
No.
Black that one there.
No one has ever said that to me. I don't think I am.
No, I'm not saying that.
Rose, I am. Oh, you've got us doubting the whole philosophy of life now. Okay, Rick, over to you. Sorry, drinking, vaping, eating, and this is if I got a chance to ask Damien, I was going to ask Damien what film. So I'll ask you instead, Rick. What film that you love would you have liked to have been in, and who would you have been in that film? What film would you like to have been in, and what character would you have been in that film?
Oh, that's a tough one. I have to think about that. Right, what am I drinking on? I'm drinking on
just to quick clarify something. Is a film? Was it film? Is that the same as a film?
Will you fuck off? A film, yes. Film, a movie.
Well, I'm drinking on my favourite beer. Annie was lovely. She went to a specialist little shop and bought me my favourite beer tonight, and I'm drinking on Chapel Downs Curious IPA. It's blooming glorious champagne yeast IPA. It's really, really, really nice. If you ever see it, get it. Give it a try. Really good. Lunch. I had leftover moussaka for lunch today.
Marinated. Marinated moussaka. It was leftovers.
I suppose it is sort of. It's sort of marinated. Yeah, I suppose it is, isn't it? If it's a day old, it's sort of had a chance to steep in tomato and stuff, isn't it? I suppose. Yeah. What am I vaping on? How's my week been? My week hasn't been too bad. It's the usual thing. Got some goodies in today, actually. Quite good. got some new things going on the site tomorrow, which people are waiting for, and that's going to be nice to show. I got a new box today, so that's one of the mods I'm vaping on. Is my new triple parallel squonker.
I like that. It's dinky compared to last week's.
Yeah, but this is the 5 mana. Got the 5 battery one there. It's not too huge though. I mean, it fits in my hand. It's all right. But this thing is great. 3 batteries and it's tiddly. So yeah, I made that this afternoon and I'm vaping on that. In that I've got Voodoo Brute, and in the other one I've dug out the carrot cake, John, a pistol.
Hey.
The cinnamon's died down nicely and mellowed out, and it's really nice now.
It's very cakey up front after you've left it for a little while.
Yeah, I prefer it after. I think this is it's good straight away, but it all mellows down a bit, I think, after a week or two. And that's the only 2 mods I'm vaping on at the moment. Both Goons, Goon 1.5, Goon OG. I think they're calling it OG. I don't know why they call it OG. Not an original gangster, is it? It's an atomizer. I mean, it can't shoot anybody or do anything like that. So
OG, old geezer.
Is it?
Yeah.
Depends where you're from, doesn't it? Yeah. Oh, you know best. You're from the streets.
He's not in the streets anymore. He let Mike and the whole gang just go.
Oh, fucking hell. I wonder we ain't heard from him for a while.
He wrote "Dry Your Eyes, Mate." That was one of Damien's.
And what was the question? A film. The film.
Film.
What actor would I be in a film? Right. I don't know. That's a tough one, isn't it? I'm just going to have to pick a film that I like, I suppose. Godfather. I would be Al Pacino in The Godfather.
Michael Corleone.
That's it, Michael Corleone. Yeah. Yeah. That's who I'd be today. That's how I feel today.
Cool.
Yeah.
Could just see when you my father, you disrespected my fucking family.
I like that. I really like the toilet seat where he comes out the toilet with a shooter, and he nails those heads of the families.
Sure.
Well, one of them, and the police commissioner bloke, doesn't he? He shoots them both, and then buggers off and gets married in Sicily, doesn't he?
Yeah, that's a stag do.
Yeah.
A restaurant.
So yeah, that's is that it for me?
That's it for you, I think, mate. Should we go straight to the news? I'm kind of going to do that, and then I'm going to end my news with the raffle, because in the background I've been doing that, so it's all done. I'm just filling up an atomizer. And then we'll do the news quickly. My news is basically called self-promotion. That's what my news is today. But just okay. Is it? Yeah, because we've got lots of questions. We're going to go questions for Damien in a little while as well. Questions for Damien. I'm going to do 2 things, and I'm going to go into the raffle. Well, has anybody else got the thing? Let me just check. No. Well, I think everybody. We're not going to really go into it too much, but the Telegraph on a story this week about the dangers of e-liquid, and it's very funny how that the same experiment has been carried out at least 3 times that I can remember, and they've had the same results every time, which is quite weird. Which is if you put nicotine on human cells that are not inside the body, it adversely affects the DNA, which is as was pointed out by the IBVTA. Was that right? It doesn't mean shit. It's not. They need to do real world studies on this stuff.
It's funny, isn't it? How these same spin stories just sort of pop up. What powers them to pop up like they do? Once in a while, they'll all come out with the same rubbish.
Well, that was the end of a study, which was pointless. And if you go into, I'm sure someone's going to, it'll come out. It'll be Glaxo, or it'll be Johnson & Johnson. It'll be one of the
big farmers.
cessation devices.
I think it's simpler than that. I just think it gets hits.
Well, it's just I just wonder why the Telegraph pick it up, and they even went front page with it. Like,
well, there's also that fellow on This Morning, or is it This Morning or Good Morning Britain? Nice doctor. He's a nice fellow, isn't he? You look at him; he's sincere.
He comes across as that. Shit.
No, he's up to this week. He's always been really pro vaping.
Yeah, I was about to say he was a vaping advocate at first, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Sudden, you know.
But then I mean, it's a commercial channel, the ITV, anyway. But the funny thing that I thought was quite weird, which is, I only thought of it afterwards. He said, if you're gonna vape, make sure you use a tobacco company's thing, because a lot of the other stuff's made in China. I thought, if you ever want to guarantee it's definitely made in China, buy a tobacco company, because it'll definitely be made in China.
I don't think do any of us vape juice that's made in China. No.
I don't think we're an accurate representation.
We're definitely not. We've always said you're 5%.
The stuff that you're buying in the Spar,
or Poundland,
petrol stations,
all of them sort of places. They're all definitely, and I suppose to a degree online. I think there'll be a big section of Chinese liquids on there.
We would definitely call ourselves elitist if we were vaping Chinese juice.
Hankson do some good flavour concentrates, and they're Chinese.
They do a blind. I've got one in there. I've got a mango by them. It's better than any other mango I've tried.
They usually give it out in the starter packs as well. I mean, I remember when I first started vaping, it could fucking look like a pen with a lid thing, and they would throw in 20 ml of a juice, and like tobacco, like Hankson or something like that. They usually have them on like starter packs. They go straight for the new 20 ml of juice, and you go, yeah, and you just end up vaping shit and think, fuck that, I'll smoke cigarettes, and stuff they do. But yeah.
I thought it was they were two of the stories that were just bandied around everywhere this week with Dr. Chris, I think his name is. I mean, I don't watch This Morning. It's for the unemployed. But
legit doctor's name, does it? Dr. Chris.
Well, it's his last name, isn't it? Is Chris? Is it Chris?
Like Dr. Dave.
Dave, I don't give a shit what his name is. No interest at all. But yeah, it was a really weird one for me this week. And do you know what? It'd be nice to get a challenging shot across the bow rather than anything else. Because the other thing is, as well, if you talk to most reasonable vapors, there's not many, but they'll tell you that it's harm reduction. It's not zero. Never claiming it's zero. Anybody up? We all attack people who say, "Oh, it's water vapor." We go, "No, it's not. That's silly. It's definitely not water vapor. It's bad for you, but it's 1/20th as bad for you, and that's better." Right. This is just jam news. So this one, we've got more this one. I get message after message about this one. It's back in tomorrow. We got this one back tomorrow. I'll put it on the site about 4 o'clock. And Dem 2, which is a mix of this one, that one, and mint. So this one, that one, and mint. So it's tobacco, custard, menthol. Well, mint, tobacco, custard, mint, and we'll be releasing that tomorrow. I haven't even told the people on the Just That Nick page of the next thing. The next thing, we've got another, and we're adding a new line from a new supplier tomorrow as well, because we got it today and we printed out all the labels today as well. And that is Lemon Crack by Mr. Mark White. We're going to be releasing that tomorrow.
Hey!
So we've got a UK liquid from a UK supplier from Mark, who people know and love. He was in Scotland last week giving out samples. And as Riyadh said this week, I think nearly all of us tried it, but Riyadh tried it last week and he was blown away. And that's how good it is. We're going to be sticking that on the site tomorrow. Well, Riyadh's hard to impress, harder than you think. Anyway, we will put chili in your atomizer when you're not looking. But it's harder to impress than you think.
It's had rave reviews, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has had rave reviews. And for really good reasons. And Mark's it's fucking awesome. But yeah, we're going to be doing that. I'll tell the Just That Nick customers after the show.
Good shout, I think. Good shout.
Yeah, really, I love working with people in the UK. and the small time liquid guys, and Mark's one of these great guys.
Awesome artwork as well. Awesome artwork.
Awesome artwork, and the artwork on the bottles is done by our very own Mr. Blythe. Is that
Hello.
very cool?
Don't let that put you off.
I'm becoming quite the graphic designer. I'm looking at it.
I can't believe it. He did all the artwork for Cactus Punch as well. So all the Cactus Punches. So if you've got a bottle of that, you've got some of James's artwork already.
Basically, if you want to get your concentrate into just add Nick, get James to do the artwork. For you.
That's right.
It's got to be say that. Oh, it's got to stand
But
up.
he's not cheap.
The funny thing is, but this is every single. I'm sure this is every single supplier in the UK. It's less than 50% of what goes past me gets on. Way less than 50. Less than 50%. There's a bucket. There's bags that go in the bin of stuff that people have sent over. That's just not. You know, if you've done something that everybody's done, and it's been done to death, and it tastes like somebody else's,
You're going to get people raiding your bins.
they can go for it. I'm not bothered. I do give it away as well. If somebody likes it, I give them the sample. Like, then some people send 100ml samples, and people love it. But
it's not to say they're not good. It's just you're on the pulse with your customers.
It's got to be up there, and it's got to be it's not even the zeitgeist. It's got to be good, and you can tell the difference. Even if it's a flavour you don't like, you can tell the difference between good and bad in a second. You just try it, and it works. Right, I am going to attempt to do this raffle live. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to, after the show, I'll post this, but I'm going to let me just tell you the prize list. There are, I have to count my fingers. I'll do it under so you can't see.
You got the Pandora in there.
Yeah.
You got enough fingers?
I have 11, 27, 3.
I got 9 prizes.
You can't have 9 prizes, John. I've got like 4 prizes here or something.
Right. What you have to tell me what they are. Go for it. We've got 13 prizes.
I've got this here. I've got this mod.
Yeah, I've got that. I've got that. That's all.
I'll chuck in a refill kit with that mod as well.
Okay, that's going in there.
Okay.
I can't think why they're not on the fucking list.
Here. I have got here, John. I've got a Typhoon BT something or other.
Oh, was that thing? Yeah. Okay, Typhoon.
The BT, Johnny, the one that you put the mesh straws in, or the rope in?
Mesh thing. Yeah, got to get next.
Yep. Berserker.
Oh, Berserker. Yeah.
Nudge RDA.
Nudging.
It's red.
Lovely. What's the last one?
And a couple of short fills from Handlebar.
And two short fills from Handlebar. Right, and 2. Okay, I'll fix that list in a bit. So there's 13 prizes, and the prizes are going to go out like this. I'm going to read it from 1 to 13. These are the prizes, and then I'm going to do the draw. The prizes are the Tippy mods kindly donated back by from Trevor. That is the number 1 prize. Number 2 is Craig's Phobic mod with iOS doors. Number 3 is the gold PWM Squonker from Tony and the Squonk refill kit from Rick and modmaker.co.uk. The Copper Pandora V2, the Innokin Gem Kit with a pack of 3 Dr. Salt's e-liquids, a Goon 25mm 1.5,
24.
the full range of Cactus liquids from Mark, a Cleto with coils and a large tank, 2 kits of your choice from Just Add Nick, a Typhoon, a Berserker, a Nudge, and 2 short fills from Handlebar. And I'm going to try and attempt to. I've already put everything in. Let me just try and find where the fuck I put it.
Should we tell them how much it raised and everything?
You can do that. Tell them exactly how much you raised. That'd be great.
Okay, yeah, I went through the PayPal about half an hour ago, and we've raised over £1,000. So it was £1,040. £1,040.
That is fucking amazing. Thank you so much for doing
Awesome.
that. We're going to
Who
go.
are the charities again?
Oh, the charities are an animal welfare in Philadelphia, an animal welfare charity in Philadelphia where Trevor lives, who donated the first mod, and £520 will be going to the
Hospice in the Weald.
Yeah, Hospice in the Weald, which is the closest hospice that I could find to Rick.
Yeah, that's the one around here. That's a blinding charity.
All these things, I tried to anybody who's ever dealt with their family, friends, or anything in one of these hospices, the people who work there are unbelievable, and they're trying to make all the extra bits that you don't really see, that you just assume are going to be there, like TVs, and you can have whatever you want to drink, or you can sit on the veranda and stuff. All that stuff that doesn't come from the NHS. That comes. They're not. I think they're 90% funded from just people giving money.
Around here, they're the charity that an old person with no family would leave all their money to. They just really are a great charity. It's
exactly what we do around here. We've done it. I've done it once. I wore the dress around Birmingham Expo for the St Elizabeth's Hospice, which is the one near to us. Everybody does exactly the same thing. Right? Can you see the screen?
Yes.
Great. Right. I'm going to just scroll quickly up the list. We're going to do first of third, same as I tend to do. I've been sitting here putting all these names into here.
So this is definitive, is it?
It is definitive.
So what I mean is, so if you come fourth, you win the fourth prize.
If you come fourth, you win the fourth prize.
Yeah.
If you come first, you win the first prize. Blah, 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 blah.
And how many times are you doing it? 3 spins?
I'm going to do 3 spins, and then that's going to be the order. Okay, first one. Oh, look at that.
Jimmy missed out there.
Oh, fucking hell.
Shot yourself in the balls there, Jimmy.
Right. 1, 2. Oh, and I'm going to pick up these and so we got 1 to 13. Okay, that's number 2. Oh, look at that, Stuart Maxwell. Oh, God. And this is going to be the third one. And again, good luck, everybody. Oh, fuck me. Still one.
Jimmy, what's up there?
Jimmy Parker. So the top 13 prizes they're going to win. I'm going to just pick those up quickly, but I will say them. So Jimmy Parker, Mark White, John Gardner. Jimmy Parker's won twice. Mike Meredith. Number 6, Lovro Radovic. Colin Darrant again. Dale Walker, Simon Townend, Tim Fowler, Tony Parkinson, and Dan Goodchild. I'm going to put up a list. I'll put up a list of what you've won today, and tomorrow I'll do a list with who I'm probably doing that now actually, but then I'll do a list of who your prize is from. Oh fuck, it's gone mad. Right, there you go. Who your prize is from, and please remember, and I did state this on the thing, some people require that you pay postage. That's just one of those things. You want a prize, it's worth more than you put in, hopefully, and they might ask you to pay postage. This is one of those things, but they might not, because they're Romies. That's it. Thank you, and thank you again for playing, and thank you for that. That's going to make a difference. 500 quid is going to make a difference to both of those charities.
Thank you ever so much.
Well done, everyone. Nice one.
No, mate. Those raffles are hard work.
Yeah, well done, John.
Many a night I've been on the floor crying, doing raffles.
Done. Who, Rich, you're next in the news.
Okay, I've just got one thing. Who is aware of? Let me just get this right. Who is aware of the very popular YouTuber Donnie Smokes?
No. I am now.
Okay, so backstory: Donnie Smokes is he's a YouTuber. He doesn't call himself a vaping YouTuber, but there's a lot of vape content on his channel. Mostly vape content. He has 120,000 subscribers.
Wow.
Controversial, slightly controversial. Firstly, he looks very young.
I think I know who you mean, that young lad.
Yeah, he looks very young. He's claimed he's 21, which he could be. It's fine, but he looks very, very young, which is quite galling at first glance. He's also done videos along the lines of how to get away with using your Juul in school.
Oh.
And
People like college and university.
Has it been held back a few years?
yeah. So, well, I think he's American. So their school system, when does that finish? He definitely
18.
drives.
18. Yeah, you can drive at 16 in a lot of states.
He does drive. I know that for sure. I wondered what everyone thought. Obviously, he's obviously clearly loved in certain circles. He's appealing to quite a young audience. He vapes, very clear on that. He does vape reviews sometimes of vape stuff. He's appealing to a very young audience. I don't know. I mean, firstly, I suppose the Juul in school.
That's ridiculous.
So, anyone think that's a good idea?
You might as well do clouds on a plane.
We're not going to think that, but we are adults, aren't we? We're not 21-year-olds or 18-year-olds.
But I don't even think that's. I know what you mean, Rick. But there's no difference. They're the rules of where you are, aren't they? If it was called how to vape in a restaurant, that's not a good idea. Or how to vape on a plane, we'd be pissed. It's the rules of where you are. It's fuck all. I know, whatever. It's school, but
it's not cool. It's not cool. But
is that not maybe just the old adage? I say old, giving credit to it. Maybe it's not you. Of controversy gets you followers.
It's a lot of followers as well. You know, I think I did read about this. I think another well-known reviewer is having a moan about it due to numbers. More than most, but yeah, I did read about that, and yeah, I mean, I've got a son who vapes. Okay, he's 16 years old, but he did start vaping at 15, and I mean, he's been caught with a vape at school when he was 15. I've had to go and collect it, you know, when he was grounded for a little while. So I do know, and they're all at it, you know. What I mean, just I mean, we were all smokers. Who was smoking before they were 16 here?
Yeah.
We was all doing it. Now, could you imagine being that age and we had the internet there as well?
I wouldn't have made a video about how to do it.
Someone would have, and you would have watched it and you would have liked them for it.
I know we don't do stuff like that, but this is what kids are going to do. Do you know what I mean? It's, you know, you're not going to be able to escape it. And of course, if he's got 120,000 subscribers on YouTube and he's got to bring out more, of course he's going to do more outlandish shit and vaping in school and get away with it. That's just the youth of today. Yes, it's not good for us, but, you know, what the fuck are you going to do? Kids are going to be kids and they're going to fuck about, you know, and...
Yeah, that's exactly my point. I mean, it's not cool, but these kids are vaping and it's better than what we were doing, which is smoking.
Yeah, I mean, it's why I allowed my boy to do it. You know, I kept stopping him. I kept fucking grounding him. I kept taking it away. But at the end of the day, you know, I weigh it up and go, what happens if he smokes cigarettes? You know, shit like that.
It's only the same as him having a cup of coffee, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. You know, it's only water. Yeah, you've got to kind of weigh it up, and yeah, of course, you know, it's unfortunate that he's able to get it out to so many subscribers. But I mean, Christ, could you imagine, like, if we'd have had this venue or sort of?
They're all his subscribers are probably youngsters, aren't they? I mean, you put a video up like that, all the 16-year-olds. I mean, the kids. I mean, we watch YouTube a bit, but the kids they don't need TV these days. My kids just watch YouTube. That's all they watch.
When you see some of these guys like down in a bottle of whiskey on YouTube in one hit, you know, I look at that and I think, God, that looks like fun, but it would kill me. Do you know what I mean? And these people are going to do all of these crazy. I watched a fucking Scottish guy the other day, no word of a lie, down a bottle of vodka, and then they took him to the shop. He got a bottle of whiskey, he downed that, and they took him and got him a bottle of gin, and he downed that. And I just looked at that and went, oh my God, you've got these fucking idiots doing these stupid things with a platform to do it. Unfortunately, that's just the way of the fucking world now, you know. So
I don't think Donnie Smokes is quite in that league. I mean, you got to remember, he's saying he's 21. He does look young. He does look young. Why, if he's got 120,000 followers, I think somebody would probably grass him up if he wasn't 21. In the video, I did watch it. I have seen a couple of his YouTube videos, and he said basically he turned 21 in December or November or whatever it was. So he'd been vaping since he was doing YouTube videos since he was 20. 20 in this country, you've left school. You could have been working. You're definitely a man at 20.
You could be in the army.
In the UK, you can get shot at before you're allowed.
I've been at work for 4 years when I was 20.
Yeah. So if he's a 21-year-old, I mean, I'll call him a boy, but he's not a boy. He's a man. He is a man, even if he's got youthful looks. And all I saw was that him and his shy-looking, dodgy mate, like taking hits on a joule, a 50 milligram joule. Just they were like taking multiple hits, and he's not really a vape reviewer. He's just a kid, just
being a kid.
He's a young fella, and he's not like Damien said there. He's not down in 3 bottles of premium spirits. That is dangerous stuff.
The
school system in America
it's caused a big stir, hasn't it? But I'm not particularly asked.
Kids,
being kids. I'm
not going to say he's a cool little kid, but he's seemed like a canny kid. He's got a few YouTube. Can you imagine being 21 and having 120,000 people watching you? That must blow your mind. That must blow your mind. And
you're making a living. You're making a living out of it by then, aren't you?
Yeah, I think he probably is. And I think the channel's called Donnie Smokes because he's got his green card, or whatever you call it. He's
medical marijuana card.
And I think he does that sort of video as well. He's got a few bits of vaping gear. Does half his videos in his car, half of them in a basement, like I say, where he's weird meat.
So I don't know.
Bottom line, we all want to be fucking Donnie Smokes.
He's got the world at his feet.
Riley, we're all just jealous, really.
I don't think anybody
I think the nail on the head is that we were all doing far worse.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, no.
Keep your feet on the ground at 21 and 120,000 followers. That's hard to do. It's hard to do. Like I say, he seemed like a canny bear to me. I don't know.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I had a local pub when I was 15. I had a regular pub when I was 15.
Yeah, me too.
Go, Donnie.
I mean, it's all fine and dandy being advocates or whatever you want, whichever way you want to look at it. You've got to be reasonable and all. We've got to.
You see, I will say, because I'm going to completely revert. I'm totally with you. By the way, I'm with you because I think there's so many times where we fuck up because there's no, like near me, there's no nightclubs anymore because when they turned up to shut them, we didn't fucking stop them. We all went there and chatted up, tried to chat up girls and had a drink, or the first time you ever had a drink and stuff like that. And when they came to knock them down, we all went, we don't use it anymore. Do what you want.
The key was trying to chat up. Yeah, totally.
Oh, I tell you, it was definitely didn't work. I'm just saying that they existed, you know. Yeah,
if anyone has any footage of that,
we used to have 4 nightclubs in the tiny town I'm from. We've now barely got one, you know, and because no one stopped them. We just went, no, don't use it anymore. It's fine. So
you don't need clubs now, do you? I mean, we got pubs that stay until
you do, because you see the sad fuckers on eHarmony. The only thing they've both got in common is they're both desperate losers. That's it.
I don't like reading, and she don't like reading.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, bit of a storm in a teacup. I don't.
Yeah, agreed.
As the Honorary Boys famously said, boys will be boys.
Yeah.
Who's next? Is it time for Travar?
He's gone off for a minute, so
I'll hop in while we're waiting for him to
go on.
Yeah, go on, Brad. Take it away, Brad.
I'm taking a card out of Just That Nick, also known as John Martin, out of his self-promotion book.
Good for it. That's what we like.
The only bit of news I have is on Tuesday next week, Modders Gallery will have a a bunch. I'm not 100% certain on the quantity yet, but the Squirt double barrel squonker is going live on Modders Gallery on Tuesday evening.
Excellent. That's great. That's the one that's moulded around the battery in the bottle, isn't it? So it's like an 8. It's an 8 shape, isn't it?
Yeah, from the top it looks like a figure of 8.
Yeah.
Something a little different. It's the
awesome
third UK produced mod that's going live on the website.
Yeah, excellent.
Super cool.
James.
So that's going. So the launch is Tuesday. What are you doing? A time of day or?
No, we'll call it sunset.
Sunset.
Do you have
Sun
a
around Tuesday.
Outside, people.
James, you're up, mate.
You're up.
Beautiful, beautiful. I've got a little bit of news. A couple of new things been announced this week. First one is, I just mentioned last week and the week before about the strike from Hellfire, and they have also got a new mod coming out, which is the Cobra. Cobra. I don't know what that's all about. I've got very little. I've got a couple of picks. If whoever's controlling the picks could pop them up.
I hope I've got the right one.
You have, beautiful. So it's the one in the middle there. It's showing an extra Venom X and a Franken skull. So you can see it's not very big. It's an 18650, I believe. Now this, I've got very little information.
Picture if I've ever seen one.
Very little information at all. However, it looks like it's going to be Delaware stainless steel. It's
a tube neck.
It's not. It's not. If you want to pop the next one up, Rick, I think there should be another one there. Give you that's just a scale picture. There's another one here, so you can see it's a squonker. It is definitely going to be a squonker. It's not big. It's going to be 18650 by the looks of it. It's probably Delaware stainless steel. Apparently, it's got the Bomber Pro MOSFET in there. That seems to be very popular lately, the old Bomber Pro. And as more information comes in, I will, and more pictures come in, I'll bring them here and I'll show you.
Looks nice.
Looks lovely.
It's not big. It's not big. It's going to be a teeny. You got to remember how small a Frankie is. Frankie, they're not much bigger than a battery. The Venom X isn't a massive mod, and it's smaller than the Venom X. I think it's going to be cool. It's going to be very, very cool. They've obviously left the delivery system that they have on the Venom and the Shadow, and they've gone with a regular just put a bottle in there kind of jobby. It's going to be good.
Is that size the grooves are probably going to be too small for it? Probably wouldn't have worked. But anything Hellfire makes me want to lick the screen. Anyway,
yeah, it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be absolutely. It's going to be immaculate from top to bottom. Absolutely immaculate from top to bottom. I've got somebody's guessed the dimensions. I don't know whether these are official from Darren or Mark or anybody at James. Apparently, it's going to be 75. This is approximately 75 milli tall, 44 milli wide, and 24 millimeter. Sorry, wide, deep. That's height, depth, and width sort of there. And that's the new Cobra from Hellfire. It's going to be cool. Cool. I said the Bomber Pro in there seems to be very popular lately. Next mod is also a Bomber Pro. This is the IM356S, which is obviously from Infinity Mods. Have you got a pic of that? Follow me. Beautiful. And this looks very similar to what I'm vaping on tonight. This looks very similar to the RS, the 356 RS. But apparently it's going to be smaller still, which I can't believe.
What's the thing? Is that a bag for it, or is that some wire wall?
That is an IM bag. That's a Pandora's bag.
It looked like wire wool, obviously, for me. I thought it was like
it's a wire wool pouch. And this is the latest one from Infinity Mods. Again, this is using a MOSFET. This is using the Bomber Pro again, but it's the Bomber Pro with a screen. So although it looks a lot like the IM356 RS and the IM356, which have got the Owless chip in, this isn't the Owless chip. This is just a screen for a MOSFET, for the Bomber Pro MOSFET. So there's nothing to adjust on there. I think basically the Bomber Pro is 3 clicks on, 3 clicks off. You've got a little bit of protection involved in there, but basically the screen is just telling you what that's delivering. There's nothing to adjust on there.
I like it. I like it.
It's going to be tiny. I mean, the dimensions on this are apparently. I mean, I said to you the Cobra was going to be 75 milli tall. This is apparently 72 milli tall. It's a tiny bit wider or broader, should I say, than the.
It's not a thick board though, is it? You can sort of tell there's a battery and bottle. You got 40 mil there and a couple of mil, 4 mil for the wall, and then you've got about 10 mil, and that's it.
You've got but absolutely next to nothing there. Absolutely next to nothing there. It's going to be weeny. It's going to be not much bigger than a mech, than your regular 3D printed mechs. But you got the screen in there. I mean, it is essentially just a MOSFET.
It's a switch FET with a screen. Yeah,
but with a screen giving you a readout of what's happening on the FET. I think it's pretty cool. That's a good idea. So it's going to be 72 by 45 by 24, and that's the latest thing from Infinity Mods from Alessandro. I like it. I like it a lot.
Oh, another picture there.
Oh, there it is in comparison to what I'm currently using, which is the IM356. You can see it's. And the thing is that what I don't get about how much smaller it can possibly be, there isn't a lot of. I mean, if you can see in my tiny little closer there, it's not much bigger than a battery than a 18650. So they've
used the space available to them really well there to make it that tiny.
Yeah, they have. Yeah, done a good job on that. I like the look of that.
Yeah, it's going to be cool. I've got no information on pricing or anything like that. I will let you know as soon as I have more information. So that's the 2 new things that I've got for this week. So a little bit of an update on last week's bits and bobs. The TR1 has landed on many people's doorsteps this morning, and it is going down an absolute storm. That's the TR1 from Gas Mods, their latest single coil ATI, dual airflow single coil ATI. I mentioned it last week and the week before, I think. And it's getting rave reviews, absolutely rave reviews.
That's quite good. Looks like a really good budget ATI, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think for sub 30 quid, because that's what you're looking at. You're looking at less than 30 quid. I think it's going to kick the arse of the Hadley, because the Hadley was loved by many for being a great sort of budget single coiler. The Wasp, people loved that. That was dirt cheap, but it wasn't the best looker. And
yeah, I'm with you on that. I agree.
Wasn't superb. Wasn't particularly adjustable. I think the TR1 is going to be maybe it's early days. Maybe the budget ATI of 2018. Loads of options with regards to coloured top caps.
Let's see. We'll have to stick that in a hot or not next week, and we'll leave it in there and see where it fares over the year.
Can I just fuck up in the middle of James's news just before you go to the next bit? Can I just jump over to do what I got to do another randomizer because I missed one of the prizes because I'm a fucking idiot. So I've set it all up. I'm ready to go.
Okay. Cool.
Right. I'm gonna get this is for a hexome. Basically, I've got exactly the same list as I had before. I'm going to go 1 of 3 again, and one of you is going to win a hexome. That's somebody on there.
Realise you're going to piss off number 14 in the first list, though, don't you?
Yeah, well, fuck it. I fucked up. It's totally me. Just don't worry about it. Right, so we're going to go first of 3 again, and this is just for one prize. This is the hexome. So sorry, I forgot, Steve. I'm a fucking idiot. Okay, 3. Okay, 1. If it's Jimmy Parker, he's not getting it. You can fuck off. And 2. Stuart Drummond, good, avid watcher, love Stuart. And 3, somebody's going to win a hexome now. Pete Nixon.
Hey!
Nice.
Pete has got the luck of amazing. Right, but Pete, you have got a hexome coming to you from Steve. I'll post that up in a second. Sorry for the fuck up, everybody. Sorry.
No worries.
Back to it.
Beautiful. That's pretty much the end of my news. Other than Raven Designs Facebook group, get 1,000 1,000 subscribers, 1,000 followers this week. They're the producer of the Nevermore and the Carry On. So I just want to say congratulations to Davey, who I'm trying to get on the show, and I've been for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. And that's the end of my news. But I do have a super duper mega, if we've got time, Triumph Patava. Yay!
Things that remind you of vaping, but they aren't really vaping at all.
Oh, that was queued up so perfectly. That was.
That was good. That was good.
Oh, such a professional outfit. It's unbelievable. So, super duper mega Triumph Patava this evening. This week, the ILO Show page has been chock-a-block with Triumph Patavas. We've got 27. I mean, that's too many. It's too many. So I don't know whether we should maybe split this because it's
Go really, really quick.
Do you want to whiz through the Triumph Patava? I should do a full because at some point in the future, I'm going to download all of the videos from YouTube, and I am going to put together some sort of compilation of Triumph Patavas so people can go back and just watch it.
We'll have a week off. Just
I'm fed up with having to. Can you put a timestamp on when the Triumph Patavas are? I want to skip just basically the Triumph Patavas. I love. When's the T-shirts coming out? I'm getting all of these PMs all the time, but the Triumph Patavas. And you believe that if you like or not. So here we go. Let's whiz through these 27 Triumph Patavas.
There we go. There's the first one.
This,
hang on, I messed that up. Oh, there we go.
I can see you. This is from. Can you tell us who it's from?
From Adam James.
It's from of AGM Mods.
Yeah.
And this is Peppermill. I think he named this Peppermill Genesis because this is a bit of a doubler. You've got coil at the top as well, a coily base.
I think it's slightly smaller than the Cobra, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Pretty good one, I reckon.
He's got no juice in there. You can see that the chamber's dry there, but normally, and you can't really see his mesh sticking down. But it's definitely got a central post run through there for the positive pin, and that's it's a bit of a doubler. It's a bit of a doubler there from AGM Mods.
I have a sneaking suspicion that the neck is going to be a little bit peppery in that Atty.
But tish.
Boom,
Someone
boom.
had to say it.
Yeah, next.
Who is this from?
This is from Austin Green.
Oh, this is from Austin. This is Crazy Vape. This is the outlet from a boiler or whatever, which was just pluming vapor out.
Yeah.
Then I think I don't know if he was outside having a vape, and he was like he felt a little bit emasculated by it. To be honest with you, I think that's what happened there. And he went, "I'm going to take a photo of that and pass it on to Triumph Patava."
Very good. Next, we got Brian Newton.
I did see that.
It's the John Martin news. I think, John, you would be perfect as a news agent's vendor.
Isn't that the office John works out of?
I think.
Yeah, but I'm really my name. It's actually done me a massive favour that my parents named me after one of the Beatles, but because there's so many fucking John Martins on Facebook, no one can ever find me. It's really handy. It's really good.
It's very arrogant, isn't it, to put your name on the sign?
Yeah, it's John Martin's news agent. There's a building company called John Martin as well. They refurbished the pier in my town some years ago, and so it said John Martin down the side of the pier for about 9 weeks. Oh, sure. Yeah, it's me. Yeah, I'm 13-year-old boy is doing the whole thing. We're really cracking on. Fuck off.
So this was from. We don't hold on a second there. That was from Brian Newton. I've just realised.
Yeah.
I presumed earlier that he was sitting in a shop earlier, but that's not a shop. He's sitting on a bus there, isn't he?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the bus.
He's got
wanker.
quick draw on the old car.
Absolutely, and not only
I just realised as well that I think that news agent is trying to distinguish between himself and me in address, because I did notice it says John Martin, the male. So that.
And also, I think that bus might be a double decker. We don't get many double deckers these days.
Don't forget to tip your waitress and try to fish.
Quite like the idea of someone going in and going, "All right, John, have you got the Daily Mail?" And he's going, "No, not got that."
Racist dirge.
Next,
Yes, please. This one's just
Chris Bishop.
Damien. Did anybody get this one? I picked it up straight away, but
Well, I didn't pick it up straight away. I mean, I saw what it sort of said, but it isn't even how it's spelled.
Oh, yeah, I did. Yeah, this is the perfect one for Damien.
it is.
I need that. I need that.
That's your car, isn't it, Damien?
It is my car. Yeah.
Does that spoiler help keep it down? That spoiler on the back?
Yes. I look fast.
That is a cunt spoiler.
Just trying to find a spot so we can go to Poundland.
Spend all the money on license plates.
I do like they've got a car named after the channel, and that's Shafe.
It sort of does me in, that number plate, because it's not central on the back of the car. I don't like it. It's making me twitchy.
Oh.
Next. I just saw this one today. I've got no idea what this actually really is.
Someone said, didn't they?
Chris Kenyon. I don't know what it really is, but it's like it's a cartwheel punch essentially, isn't it? I don't think it is a cartwheel punch, but this is Ye Olde Triumph Vitava.
If anyone knows in chat what this really is, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, please tell us. I think it's got to do with a bobbin or something like that. So.
A medieval torture device and put people's fingers in there and screw them.
Or worse.
Yeah. I hated penises. Oh yeah, early circumcisions.
Yeah, I was going to say it could be a foreskin remover.
Put now Tallywhacker in the torture device.
Ye Olde Knob.
There we go. Craig Nichols. Oh, that was Chris Kenyon, that last one, by the way.
Oh, I love this. This bulb is awesome. I assume it's a bulb.
Wish I could coil like that. Fucking hell.
That is a fancy Clapton of some description in a bulb.
It is. I think it's the new one that's coming out. It's the new Spaced Clapton.
Spaced Clapton. Perfect.
Yeah.
Used to be far now. We used to have boats in a bottle. Now we're putting coils in the bottle now. Little old leaky skeezers.
I love the fact that coil was so good when he made it. He sealed it in glass. You're not going to use it? No, not that one.
Let's go. Going up on the panel. VMAX.
Beautiful. Next one, please. This is from Dan Goodchild. He's obviously, I think he's burning. I think he took this photo of himself. He's burning.
Do people still have incinerators in their garden? I mean, we had one when I was a little one, but I wouldn't dream of burning a load of stuff in the garden. They're sort of cooking on it.
Well, I mentioned a few weeks ago when I tried to burn my Christmas tree. They are fummalicious.
Oh man, they smoke.
Oh yeah, they're highly flammable.
Environmental health's wet dream.
Why am I like? Right, I'm laughing because Schwartzy just put in chat, just put midget in a bin. Why is that funny?
We won't say who it is, will we? But now, moving on.
Yeah, next one. Thanks, Dan. This is from Daniel Cottis.
You'd have a really bad day if you put that in a dripper, wouldn't you?
Oh, man, that would be awful, wouldn't it?
Oh,
I remember somebody brought in a range of juices where they just named them after a number. You could quite easily, if you had, it wasn't glass. I don't remember. Was it?
Someone ages back, didn't they vape?
No, that was Nikos in Cyprus.
Yeah, he does.
He sent us number 1 to number 5, didn't he?
Yeah.
Well, that's number 7.
Didn't someone vape eye drops like a year ago or something?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I've known people exact same squeezy bottle.
I vaped enough juices, it tastes like a number 2, I'll tell you that much.
Right, next. I like this one. This is Dave Shields.
Beautiful.
Clearly, it's a clone 510 from Fastec, isn't it?
It's a biggie. It's a biggie.
There's a big one. That is a big one. Of course.
I like it.
To that.
That literally hits hard.
How many batteries in that, Modric? It'd be in your element, wouldn't you, mate?
Well, yeah, I wouldn't have an Atty big enough, though. That's the trouble. It'd definitely be overhang on any box I'd put that on. That's the trouble.
But it's good one out from Dave Shields. Next one.
Get that midget in a bin with a car battery.
Next one.
David Deering.
This is from David Deering. This is a triplet. These were 3 separate photos, but
look at the drip on that. It's one of those pipe ones.
It's a Rose V2 on the left.
And that's what we've got. I mean, that bin, I presume it's a bin on the left there. That the slant is definitely airflow-esque, and I think that's what he was getting at there. Then we've got the deck of something or other, and then a chimney. It's a good little.
I like it. It's like a whole kit. Yeah, I'll buy that.
I like it. Thanks very much, Dave Deering.
Do you remember the Nimbus? I think that looked like a little bit like a Nimbus.
Oh yes, yeah.
Yeah. This one,
Dr. Wicks.
Ian Schwa.
Came from Ian Schwa. Apparently, he'd been doing a late shift, and this kind of reminded him of vaping, but wasn't really vaping at all. Dr. Wicks was the consultant on this one.
He was gagging for a vape when he saw this. He must have been.
I'm just worried knowing Ian, he wrote that himself.
Gonna get one in.
Well, I don't. Oh, is that actually? That's not actually written. That's him. Scribbling something out in it. Because I'd say it's a bit silly to do that on a whiteboard. They could have just rubbed the name out.
I think that's just Ian.
They fucked you up with permanent marker pen now. That's trouble, isn't it? That is.
Protecting the identity. Next one.
From Johan Holstrom.
Yes, this was entitled Mini Mech Friday. I think
That's what we used to make mechs from. Things like this.
Yeah, does it count then?
Don't know, but you could quite easily stick a 510 in there and have a mech.
Yeah,
So-
but that's what we did.
Yeah.
Does it count? I don't know.
That's why they're called mechs.
Well, mods.
That's why they're called mods. Sorry.
Yeah, I reckon that's reaching. Yeah.
But yeah, very good. Next.
That was just me. That was me.
I'm salivating now.
That was me in Tesco.
Starving.
My wife going, what the fuck are you doing? And I went, things that remind you of vaping, but they're not actually vaping.
Not
It's
really.
a cracking price, that is cracking.
84p. That's nothing. Well, the Ohmies know, but I have an obsession with mints being in my pocket. And today, mints were down from £1.25 to 19p. I bought 5 packets. Fucking yes.
You can make mods out of those tins as well.
I'd never pay £1.68 though for
£1.25. They were £1.25 down to 19p. Fuck, they probably found out that someone's put glass in one of them, so they're going to drop the price. But I don't care. I'll just.
I've said this before, but it's worth reiterating. I've done a lot of testing, and I know it says 2 minutes on the bag, but 2.5 minutes is perfect.
It's perfect.
Surely it depends on whether you've got an 850 watt or a 750 watt microwave, though.
No, fuck that, it's bollocks.
Yeah, you know.
It's just
I'm not gonna argue
marketing.
with
It's
you
marketing.
about
No, it's no. Trust me, it's marketing.
I know
It's just
what he's
marketing.
Yeah.
that was from John Martin. Thank you very much. This is from John McCook.
McCook.
That looks more like a lightsaber. Oh, it is a
He's a
lightsaber.
lightsaber.
That just reminds me of Skulls.
It's modest. It's
Or a
modest.
Vamo.
Oh,
Yeah, I agree.
wasn't it a shower part or something?
No, that was
It's a lightsaber. This
It
is.
is a lightsaber.
Oh, it literally is a lightsaber, a real
It
one.
is. I don't think original lightsabers had a CE mark. I'll be honest with you.
That's a
Original ones didn't. I mean, that clearly, if it was turned on, it would cut through the polystyrene, wouldn't it?
Must have been the
If it
prequels.
was a real one.
You would ask him what his wife or girlfriend thinks of that, but it's a lightsaber, so you don't have to.
Next.
I have got
I don't know
no
what this
idea what this is.
I'm sure you got a lovely list.
This is Keith Burford.
It is Keith Burford. I don't know what it is. It looks a bit like it could be a drip tip, could be a chimney system. What I liked about this most was the lone cabinet in the back. Look at that poor lone cabinet by itself.
There's a dartboard in there.
I'll tell you what I like about this. I like the way he stored his plane on its side to protect the blade. Good work, Keith.
I think that man's a professional.
You don't put them down on the blade, or it damage them. So
Yeah.
he looks after his tools. Good.
What has this show become?
Good man.
Good man. Next.
Lathe tips. More lathe tips next
Oh,
week.
yes, it's the funny. This is from Kevin Watts as well.
Yeah. The man is a triumph Batava in himself. Remember, I wonder if he had a debate with himself a few years ago. He was like, "Am I Kevin Watts? Am I Kevin Volts? I'm not entirely sure."
That's a ceramic heating wig there.
This
Yeah.
is a company who recycles old car parts and turns them into a kind of
That's a suspension spring.
yeah, recycled them into furniture.
Cool.
Does anybody
Yeah.
remember quartz wicks? Oh, fucking hell, that was amazing. For a while, people were actually putting quartz crystals in fucking atomizer. It happened.
Wow, craziness. Next one is from Mick Blizzard. And at first, I just thought he posted
Oh, yeah, I thought that was juice then.
pictures of the juice. But no, this is. I have no idea what this is, to be honest with you. Hair care.
What a strange flavour for body wash.
Hair products definitely glisten. That sounds right up my street.
Liver flavoured hair wash.
We've never had the perfume style spraying. It's
I don't
never caught on, has it?
I don't know if the one that says avalanche, it's kind of got like a dandruff sort of thing going on with it.
And it's
a big bottle,
got knit
that.
eggs in the hair in that picture.
On your shoulders, just some avalanche.
That's what you need. Get some avalanche on there.
That's just talc.
Next one is from Neil Jardin. This is Bonner Street, the place where people meet.
Love it.
That's when you know you're vaping royalty in it, when they fucking start naming streets after you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't. Just down the road is You Fucking Mug Close, which is a bit rougher.
This next one, was there a missed one there? This is from Paul Iverson. This is the squonk. If you were early squonk adopter and you Googled squonk, this was pretty much the top hit you got. This is an animal, the squonk from a book.
A mythical animal.
A mythical animal, absolutely.
Yeah, very good. I didn't get this one.
It's mythical. It's fucking hideous.
I didn't get this one unless it was.
We know it's Andre the Giant, don't we?
Andre the Giant on the left, and the fella about to plant them in the face, or has previously planted them in the face, it's hard to tell, but I think about to plant them in the face, is Haku.
Oh, right, yeah.
Ah, right, okay. I was thinking Vapor Giant when I saw this because he had Giant, and it was like,
Yeah, I got a bit
Yeah,
lost.
the Giant's very good. I like that. Yeah, but no, that's Haku just about to stick his foot in his face there.
Oh, cut that.
oh, this is my one. I got one.
It is. And this one, this is. When I looked at that, I just thought you were posting pictures of one of your mechs. To be honest with you,
Yeah,
because that is so similar.
They handles. BMX handles.
handles for bikes. Yeah.
Yeah, unbelievable. It looks so much like a setup.
Yeah.
On my skull.
This one's.
I think they're reaching with it.
Yeah, you've got a long black tube. You've got skulls on the top.
Oh, mascara.
It's like that old juice. You used to get that bottle of juice that had a skull on it, didn't you? That glass bottle of juice. Do you remember that?
Yeah,
It was a skull. Yeah, you can buy them from like Alibaba for like £1. I do remember it. Yes, I think that's reaching.
That was that one. This one here, oh, you can't really see this one here. This is from my timeline, where, and I can't remember. It's from Ida Longshore, and I saw Bobby Drago had posted a pic, and I was like, oh, what's that? What's that drip tip he's got there? If you scroll up, which you can't do because
you can zoom in and move it up.
this was
No, that's as big as the photo is.
Oh, bollocks.
that was actually a bottle of Jack Daniels. I thought it was I thought it was a drip drip or an atomizer, but because obviously it came from Bobby, but it was a picture of a bottle of Jack Daniels.
Oh, John, who were masturbating over his iOS hoodie when it arrived. So that's great.
Yeah. That's how we like it.
Oh yes.
This is actually Damien's dad blowing a giant smoke ring. That's a big god vape ring.
What's caused that phenomenon then?
That's pretty cool, isn't it?
It's got to be coming from over the top of Bonner Street, that one. Isn't it?
I reckon, yeah.
Viewer requested massive cloud.
And that was from Stuart Duncan.
Yeah.
Lovely.
There's another Stuart Maxwell.
This is Stuart Max.
The
Stuart Maxwell.
goons.
This is the goons. Yeah, absolutely the goons. There. It's bad that we're showing this one really because they are all, I presume, smoking their.
What are they doing there? What have they got in their hands there?
Some sort of
Oh, it's a
vegetable.
leek. It's a leek, is it? Or is
Yeah,
it a
that's
sweet
a-
corn or something? It's a leek.
Leak. I reckon it's a leak.
Yeah, it could be a leak.
Yeah.
Right. Well, have we got another one, or is that it?
Two more.
Two more.
This is this one came on.
That thread went mental.
Yeah, there was absolutely tons of places around the country. This is what started it off, and there's sort of a couple in here. There's the Blythe, which I think was the predominant one for me. Hello. And then
I
there was
said
also
about the Seatons, didn't I? I said about Seaton on there.
Absolutely, you've got Joel Seaton Delaval, not far from me, and you've also got Wide Open, like you would have on your airflow for.
Oh yeah.
I've been to Wide Open a few times in my life.
Yeah, I bet you have. And the last one was stolen from UKS.
I'll give you that. That's a proper one.
And
Yeah,
this is an entirely different type of atomizer, but doesn't that just look like an atomizer?
It does.
It does.
Because it is an atomizer.
Clever. But it's not. But yeah, I know what you mean.
And that was this week's Try It Batava.
That was a marathon of one.
Everyone who's vaping, but they aren't really vaping at all.
Thanks for sticking with us on that one.
Right. I think, James, we're going to go straight into questions for Damien. Jeez.
Blimey. That's right. Questions for Damien. Who's doing them? Am I doing them?
Go for it. If you can understand what you're saying, we're going to do it.
Excellent. Damien, good evening. It's beautiful to see you. Beautiful to see you. I haven't seen you since last. I met you briefly, just quite briefly, at the last Vape Fest. And
I remember that bit. Yeah.
Nice little ish.
I didn't really get to see you much at Vape Fest, Damien. You were behind the bar and I was painting some bloody boards, weren't I?
Oh, mate, I definitely got the better deal.
Yeah, I think you did. I was in the tent for a while when it rained there. But
yeah.
Okay, Damien, here's me questions for you today, this evening. It's lovely to have you on the show. I'll be honest with you, I'm not going to lie, I was excited to have you on the show. When John said we're having Damien on the show, I was like, oh, Damien's on the show. Because I'm a fan. I am a fan. I watched Safe Vapors and I watched the Bloody Good Vapeman. And you know, when you're a vapor, vaping telly is like vaping reviews. You know, we're talking about a young chap with his 120,000 followers on YouTube. When you're a vapor, there is no you can't turn on the telly and watch a bit of vaping stuff. You've got to turn to YouTube. So you're the reason. You and Northeast Vapors was the reason I actually joined Facebook. I was a forum man before that. So anyway, I've got some questions for you, Damien. It's beautiful.
I'm the reason you joined those groups on Facebook. I'm sorry.
Okay, first question is straight in there. I'm not messing about. Who is the Judas of vaping, in your opinion? Who?
The Judas of vaping. Oh, fuck.
Shame them. Be proud.
You can't ask him that.
You've done it. You know, questions were there. I liked it.
There's been a few. You know, obviously, I try and keep as democratic as I can. You know, but people's always got a different opinion of who they like and who they don't, and who's good for vaping and who isn't. You know, there's always a mixed bag. Next question.
It ain't worth answering that.
We do allow a skip.
I'll stick with my questions before I go to, because John's got some questions on there as well. So imagine this: you're born in a stable, 3 kings are going to bring you some presents. What 3 gifts would you like them to bring you?
Oh, a monkey.
Hey, call back.
That's it. A monkey, definitely like a monkey. Now this is going to be a weird one. A wigwam. I'd like a wigwam. You know, I'd like to spend a weekend in a wigwam. I think that'd be cool. With my monkey by myself.
You wake up in a wigwam.
Would you spank it?
Wigwam.
Spank your monkey when you wake up in a wigwam.
Of course. Goodwill and peace to all men.
No, it's got to be an object, because at the moment I'm imagining stuff. And 3 blokes on camels, one with a monkey, one with a wigwam. I need the third.
Gold.
No.
Keep the myrrh. No one wants the myrrh.
Something else. What do I really want? I'll tell you what I really want. Fucking, I don't know.
You do?
Just big pile of prescription meds. Yeah, that'd do it. In the wigwam, stroking me monkey, high off my bollocks. That sounds like a fucking weekend I could get my teeth into. Yeah, there you go.
I think somebody just mentioned it's probably a pretty good name for a band. Monkey in a wigwam. Great. Monkey in a wigwam.
Okay, next one. If you had special Jesus powers, what would you turn water into?
Oh.
Prescription medication.
Piss, just for a laugh.
Methadone.
I'd turn it into piss, so everyone would. Piss.
What, lager?
I'd be there in my wig, man, with my monkey, laughing, you know, high off my bollocks, going, drinking piss.
Next one. What would you have for your last supper?
Oh, I think I'd have my wife's ash. Definitely. You can't beat a bit of my wife's ash. No, not the smoking kind.
Ash?
But the casserole.
Corned beef.
Corned beef ash.
Yeah, for the potatoes and the carrots and the sauce and the great, ash all day long.
That's not what I thought I heard you say.
Yeah, no, probably not.
I thought you said my wife's ashes. I thought, what the fuck?
I thought he said his wife's ass.
Oh.
Any of the above.
Flashback to no, yeah.
Okay, one more Jesus question. I didn't
There's a
finish.
theme here, isn't there?
Something about walking on water sports. That's not a fully formed question. These are the serious questions. If you were to come back and do it all again, what would you do differently?
If I was to come back and do
it all
again, start again.
Start your whole vaping journey again. Your YouTube reviews. If you were to start it all again, is there something that you could would you start completely differently? Would you start with Big Tom again? If you go back to that point again, what would you do differently?
I think I'd learn to coil would be one of the first ones. Kind of, and sharpen me scissors would be another one because I seem to get a bit. I don't know. I think I really enjoyed the days with Tom. It's great. I love Tom to bits. And he's doing very well in what he's doing. You know what I mean? So that was. I mean, we had great fun. I mean, we were a good double act and we did bounce off each other and it was great. I don't know. Doing different. How do you know what could I've done differently? I think learning to coil would have been probably a good one. But still, yeah. No, I think it went the way it was meant to go. Yeah, I probably wouldn't have got so intense into it for a bit because sometimes you do need to have a step back. If you throw yourself into all the groups and all the reviewing as well, you do spread yourself quite thin. So I think I might took such a heavy role into all the groups I did because I was admin on so many different groups and in so many different places. It sort of just blew my mind for a while. So I'd probably have taken a step back from. I'd have probably just done SV and not gone other groups.
I will say it's. The thing that people don't understand sometimes is because I stepped down after 2 years of doing SV, 2 years of SV, and then I a year of SV and iOS at the same time, and that was only 2 big groups. And I know Damien was helping run VIPR at one point. I think you were admin of what's the
Never heard that.
I'm trying to ignore the bad names that are coming to my head that are my own nicknames for shit groups.
Yeah, I
Hemo. You were admin of Hemo, VIPR, SV, and people don't understand. I mean, it's. I tell people I turn my phone goes off when I'm asleep. All notifications are off because it drives you mental. When you're falling asleep, the Americans getting home.
You've got friends with sending you messages and you don't see them because they're in that stupid other folder, and then they get mad at you. Why don't you answer? I've got a bloody good vaping like page, and you've got I never went the website route. Thank fuck, because I'm managing one of them. But yeah, can I post this? Can I do that? Can I do this? Is it all right for that? And you just after a while, you just think, well, fuck off. And
I completely understand where you're coming from with that, mate. I'm a bit there at the moment. I need a break from it.
It's kind of one of the reasons I took a break as well. It was compiling so much. It was getting to a point. you know, I'm looking forward to coming back, obviously, but it was getting to a point where it was just, you know, it just takes a toll on you, and you've got to deal with, you know, comments and getting gearing right and reviewing in good time, and then you're running the groups as well, and, you know, you've got to put on events, you know, and Vape Fest took a lot out of me as well. You just kind of do get a bit burnt out, and you do need a little step back every now and then come back fresh as well and get some of that enjoyment back. I always said, you know, if I stopped enjoying it, I'd take a break or stop completely, and it kind of got there at the middle of or beginning of last year, but I continued, and it did reflect in some of the work I was doing. It did, you know, I kind of lost some of the enthusiasm and stuff like that, you know, but I'm excited to come back. So hopefully, you know, it'll have a bit.
I'd always just, off the back of that, Damien, I would just say there's something that's, I think you're going to agree with this, but it's really, it doesn't matter what you do, whether what you're doing on social media and stuff like that. But I will say, fuck, I don't know how teenagers deal. I have no idea, because it must be fucking insane. But there's a point of separation which I think everybody needs to stay sane, which are the people you know who are real people, you know, and the people, you know, to kind of, when you want to step back from. I think that's really important, to turn around and say, oh, it's not fucking working. I'm fucked. Because I've stepped by. I've had I've told this a lot before. I'm off on a Friday, and that'll do me. I'll be back on Sunday, but I'm just logging out. Can't do. Fuck it. And you look at that little fucking blue thing on Facebook, and it says 74. Yeah, fuck it. Fuck off.
And goes out the window. Fuck off. You know,
I'm not fucking doing that.
Like that. But then I think as well, a lot of people don't understand that you are getting that. They think they're the only guy sending you a message or something, so it's not their fault really. So you can't really be.
Oh, it's absolutely. There's no reflection on people who do that, and I'm not having to go at anybody at all. But it's just so intense. And I'm saying this as somebody who's 36. I can't fucking imagine if you're 15.
We put ourselves there. We make the group.
Absolutely, totally, yeah, absolutely my choice to do that. I'm not moaning. I'm just saying it's and the different. I'm lucky enough that I'm old enough that I know the difference between real life and social media. I'm saying if you're 15, I don't know how the fuck you know the difference between the two.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I get poor lessons. Well, you know, my 13-year-old goddaughter will try to tell me something that's just true because she's seen it, and I go, "Shut the fuck up."
Yeah, I get it the same with mine. You know, they all know a lot more than me. You know, they probably do. To be honest, you know, it's not hard, but yeah. And I don't think, you know, when you do admin a big group or things like that, you know, with something that is as popular as vaping and everybody needs the information and everybody wants to know it and get involved, I don't think we even realise set them up. How much work it's going to be and how time consuming. You have to be there. You have to be running it. You have to keep people interested. You know. Absolutely.
And as I said, I'm not moaning at all. I'm, you know, in a very small way, I'm very privileged to be in the position I'm in vaping. Now, if it wasn't for you, young man, I wouldn't be. Fucking asshole. I sent him one atomizer once.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for all those things.
Off the back of that, I'm going to go into the next question. Don't just say give up and throw it all in the bin. What advice would you give a vapor who's thinking about getting into reviewing? What would be your setup kind of things to say?
Yeah, make sure you have some time on your hands. You know, do the research first.
Like 8 hours a day.
Yeah.
Don't quit your job.
Don't think, you know, don't think you're going to get sent stuff straight away. You're going to have to put your hand in your pocket. You know, and you know. A lot of the time as well, continue to do that as well. You know, keep active in groups. You know, don't look at it as a job. Look at it as a hobby, because you do sometimes start looking at it as a job.
I will say Mark Todd in chat just said, "Don't do it," in capital letters. That was his answer.
No, but I mean, you can have a lot of fun. You do meet a lot of good people like Mark. You know, I met Mark because you know, through a reviewing scene rather than just chatting through vaping. A lot of other great guys who are reviewers. You meet them as well, and they're really cool. And you do meet a lot of people. But yeah, expect to have your work cut out for you. Expect to be asked all sorts of daft fucking questions. You know, like what setup? What's the best? What's the best?
Why is the best custom?
What's the best juice?
What is the best RTA?
The best juice one always. Can you do? I don't. You know. I like Marmite. A lot of people don't, so that ain't gonna work. You know. Yeah, and try and have some fun with it if you can, and don't take yourself too seriously, and do not give a fuck about subscriber numbers because that send you into a crazy fucking world of fucking hate.
Yeah, you're fucked in the head. I agree.
That's my advice. Just have fun with it. You know, try and make it not serious. Try and have some fun with it. And yeah. And, you know,
Craig Harrison in chat said, "How do I get a Geppetto?"
Kiss some serious ass, Craig. Serious ass. Kiss it. All the ass. All the ass. I mean, Geppetto's brought out, hence my return. No, no, it's just.
Have they brought that? Have they brought that squonker out yet? Damien, have you got one of those coming?
No, not that I know of.
No.
No. Yeah, they brought out the new Flow Squonk. They're doing a DNA and a mechanical or a MOSFET version or a switch FET version.
Switch FET, yeah, I know. Yeah.
So you know, hopefully,
the ultimate question, I guess, that we haven't asked. You've said you're sort of coming back. What can we expect?
You can. Yeah, I'm coming back. You know, keep your eyes open early next week, and we might bring out a nice big juicy waffle for you.
A lovely waffle with a bad juice tasting.
I haven't got any bad juice. You know, I could probably get some kids to piss in a bottle for me, but I don't think that really something anybody wants to see. Now I've said that.
All the homies' eyes are lighting up now.
Yeah, they're all like that. They've all got a 10ml bottle in front of them and a concentrated look on their face.
But no.
Get you some dinner ladies juice quite easy.
Ease my way back in. You know, once again, don't expect anything too serious. With a waffle, don't expect too much vaping talk. But yeah, I'm gonna do something fun. You know, a bit of fun.
I've got our last question on the list that I've got in front of me. The industry has completely changed in the last year or so. What changes would you like to see in the next year?
Ooh, I mean, yeah, it has changed. Of course, it's changed every year since the.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Vaping, you know, we all have to adapt. You know, everything gets better. Everything's now getting more affordable. You know, the high end side has changed completely. It's not about sort of small numbers anymore or made of stabilized wood and things like that. I'd like to see, you know, just how it's progressing now. You know, a lot of smaller models coming out, creating interesting designs. You know, and just bringing new stuff, weird, cool looking shit out, you know, and stuff like that, you know. It's weird because I get to see so many different trends, you know, especially when you run vaping groups or you're doing your research, you know, like in SV, there's always been this sort of push for mech mods to come back, you know, and every now and then we have this big surge of mechs coming out again or digging out the old ones from it. And then obviously Squonking's come really straight to the forelight nowadays, you know, so just the way it's been going.
The one I know
it's gone very British, hasn't it?
Yeah.
It's really great. I remember very late one night, me and you being on a hangout. I'm a bit trying to be really politically correct here with a certain somebody who said that clones were going to overtake and take over the whole thing. And I remember very passionately arguing with me and you arguing with said person to say, what the fuck were they going to clone if there was nothing there? And we both predicted 2 or 3 years ago that what would happen would be that the price would, you know, affordability would become the force.
People would soon learn how to make these things and get the costs down. You know, engineers, whatever, if they was outsourcing and stuff, the things would just come down as the popularity grew. Yeah, I mean, I don't even think of clones anymore. I mean, there used to be that whole fucking stupid.
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, I remember me and you used to be able to change our profile on Facebook in about a minute and a half. There used to be a trick that Damien and I would do, which is if a troll sends you, if you get a load of shit from a troll, what you do is you go and take their profile picture, make yourself a new Facebook profile with their name, and then talk to them as themselves. It is a really annoying thing to do.
Yeah, you know, repeat so if you well. So they just fire something, you just fire it back until they just got bored and blocked their own.
Yeah. I remember offering to go splits with somebody who said they were going to come and beat me up, and I said, "Well, I don't finish work till 5. Yeah, and if you want to get the super pass, I'll pay 20 quid."
But yeah, so it doesn't even come up in conversations anymore. Nobody gets, not that I see, gets mad about it really anymore. You know, it's just,
you get the odd twat, but it's nothing like it. What I mean, fucking hell, I used to get offered out every week.
yeah.
So,
You know, I don't miss those days. They were tiring. So it's nice. It's become a bit more relaxed and calmed down. There's no sort of Facebook wars I see, or even bother getting involved with.
No. Fuck that. It's too much effort. And thank you very much for the questions for Damien. But I think we're going to end with the mod maker showcase as we do.
Are we not doing a troll?
Troll of the week. Have we got time? Yeah, fuck it. We got time. Squeeze it in.
Try for a cheeky troll.
Cheeky troll.
This was sent in by the brilliant Craig Harrison. Try and do this.
Masterful. Harrison.
Can you see that?
Yep.
Yeah, that's big.
I can't. Okay, it's okay. So it's in the old Craig put in chat where this actually appeared, but it says Facebook. I'm trying to make friends outside of Facebook while applying the same principles. Therefore, every day I walk down the street and tell passers-by what I have eaten and how I feel at that moment, what I have done the night before, and what I will do later, and with whom. I give them pictures of my family, my dog, and my gardening, taking things apart in the garage, watering the lawn, standing in front of landmarks, driving around town, having lunch, and doing what anybody and everybody does every day. I also listen to their conversations, give them the thumbs up, and tell them I like them. And it works, just like Facebook. I have already 4 people following me, 2 police officers, a private investigator, and a psychiatrist.
Bravo.
Very good.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Is it that time? Is that time? Have you got it all loaded up, Rick?
Ah, yeah, it is. It really is. It's that time you've all been waiting for of the week, for mod showcase of the week.
We love it.
We've got 3 mods to show you this week that I picked up on the group, and I think they're all rather lovely. So let's get straight into it. The first one from Present to everyone. Aldin Alec put this on mod showcases. Very simple little stabwood mechanical mod he made, and I think it's nice, really nice. What do you think? Not a lot to it. It's just a mechanical mod, but
I really like that pinky. It kind of reminds me of, this is really weird, but it reminds me of the shell of the outside of a pecan, like something.
Yeah, it's great. It's really tasty. I think that's a lovely little mod.
Simple, love it.
And definitely worth showing. Yeah, Alden Alec, well done. Keep it going.
I like that. It's something different again.
Yeah, I like things a bit different. Next up, we've got something special from, one of our own, I'd say, because he does all the graphics for our show, and it's John Malcolm.
That's really nice.
He showed this week, a mod not quite finished, he says. I don't know what he needs to do on it.
I think it's got a locking switch or something that needs sorting.
He has. Yeah, he's put it on there. Look, he's got a locking switch for a squonker that he's made. And I think this is outstanding.
John Malcolm progress. It's been fantastic. I remember when he first learnt how to do that etching. It's great.
It's really nice, really good. It's different. I really like it because it's different.
I do as well. I like the fact it's curvy. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, he gets this wood. It's not stabilised. It's oiled and waxed, and he treats it and makes it special and cuts it out of a bigger piece and makes it smaller. Really nice, John.
That mod actually annoyed me this week because John Malcolm, not only is he charming, good looking, an awesome Photoshopper, but he can make cool looking mods. I was like, for God's sake, John Malcolm, what can you not do?
He's a clever lad.
Looked a bit dapper at the School of Vape as well.
He did. He had a lovely hoodie on.
Damn you, John Malcolm. Damn you.
Yeah, good on you. Finally, we've got one from a guy called Mark Rowe. He put a mod on the showcase group this week, and I thought it was just bought it from a shop, but no, he's made this himself.
Oh, I saw that. I saw it today.
He's taken tubes of aluminium and other pieces of aluminium, and he's made this shape himself, got it anodized, and done everything. everything himself.
Lovely, lovely. Rob.
Really, really professional, isn't it?
It is completely professional, isn't it? You wouldn't think that came from a piece of aluminium tube in that section there, or the back
Not
section.
at all.
Look how neat it is to the bottle.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it? Really, really pretty. Yeah, very professional.
You could sell. I mean, I don't know what his setup is, but you could sell those all day, every day, no problem at all. That's
Yeah, they're fantastic. Yeah, so that's Mark Rowe. That's brilliant, mate. Really good to see. Keep up the work. Good work. So yeah, some really high levels of modding coming on the showcase group at the moment. It's yeah, it's fantastic to see.
Brilliant.
So yeah, that has been mod showcase of the week. If you want to see more, get yourself onto facebook.com/ don't know, do a search for mod showcases and you'll find the group. It's there somewhere.
You'll find it. You'll find it.
But it's definitely on that www.facebook.com with the blue square with a white F.
Blue F. Yeah, that's the one. I've seen
Is it a blue F? Hey, it's a white F, isn't it?
Oh yeah, you're right. White F, blue background.
It's good. It's quite a good place, Facebook. It's quite. We're all on there, aren't we? So yeah.
Right. I think that's enough for tonight. Thank you very much for being our guest host, even though the other host was here for the entire show, Damien.
Thanks for having me.
Cheers,
it's
Damien.
Fantastic to have you back. Back in the scene. Looking forward to the waffle next week. Brad's got a boat to catch and some onions to sell.
Yes.
So we better go. Sorry. See you next Thursday. We'll be back next Thursday. Thanks for watching.
See you later.
Bye, everybody.
Thanks for playing the raffle.